Now, why am I such a big fan of kelp? Well, there's quite a few different reasons. First of all, kelp is a sea vegetable, and that means that it's a wild food. So most of us, we eat pretty much no wild food. We eat only cultivated food, and that means that the spectrum of nutrients available to us is very limited, and that's often where deficiencies show up. So kelp doesn't have that problem because it grows wild in the sea, so it's got all that goodness in it. Now, out of all the sea vegetables, kelp is the most nutritionally dense. It's the most powerful. And at the same time, wonderfully, it's also the most cost effective. It's also pretty much the cheapest. So best of both worlds. Kelps do vary a lot in quality. I've chosen this one specifically because as well as being cost effective, it's also a very, very good taste. Because sometimes they can taste a little bit fishy, a bit unpleasant. This one's kind of lemony and a little bit salty. It's really nice, and of course it's organic as well. What that means is it's cultivated in a way which is in a very pure, pristine environment. That's good for the environment as well. They don't over harvest it, all that kind of thing. So you can just buy it knowing that it's the best quality that you can pretty much get. The other thing I really love about kelp specifically is that it has high levels of a good form of iodine. And if you have thyroid problems, and a lot of people have thyroid problems, whether it's hypothyroidism or even hyperthyroidism, although if you do have hyperthyroidism, you should consult a healthcare practitioner before having large amounts of kelp. But if you have hypothyroidism, which is by far the most common one, which the obvious common signs of that are low immunity or low metabolism, so frequency to get cold very easily, all that kind of thing, then you really want to feed your thyroid gland, and kelp is the best way of all to do that. So that's the other reason why I really love kelp. Kelp is one of the most concentrated in terms of a lot of other nutrients as well, in terms of most of the minerals, most of the antioxidants, a lot of the vitamins as well. So including a decent quantity of kelp in your diet, maybe 1, 2, 3, even 4 tablespoons, which sounds like a lot, but that's going to give you a massive amount of nutrition. In fact, probably more nutrition than everything else that you eat in a day put together. Love kelp.